Presidential weekly address on April the 5th, President Obama states that even though the economy is growing and new jobs are being created, an enormous number of Americans are working hard yet they cannot get ahead. As a consequence, the President sends to Congress his budget will expand opportunities and help grow the middle class. In the address, President Obama explains his budget and argues that the Republican's budget will not benefit the economy and the hardworking middle-class Americans. The President first establishes pathos by sympathizing with the majority of the audience, the middle and lower classes, by acknowledging the fact that it's difficult for hardworking Americans to get ahead. In addition, when he refused the Republican budget, Obama claims that the economy grows best from middle out, and the policies benefiting the fortunate few will harm the ordinary American citizens. His claim will echo with and be advocated by the majority of the audience, who are from the lower and middle classes. The claim he makes helps to connect him emotionally with the audience. The audience naturally grants Obama a certain degree of credibility as the President of the United States. He further establishes his ethos by explaining his budget. He states that his budget is an opportunity agenda that will create new jobs, train Americans with skills to fill those jobs, guarantee every children access to education, and make work pay. Obama's explanation lets the audience believe that he's there to help the majority of American citizens to improve their lives. Thus, the audience perceives the President as being on their side, thus improving his credibility. The President employs the use of logos when he tries to prove the invalidity of the Republican budget. He proves it through a logical sequence of statements. He first claims that the Republican budget massively reduces the taxes on families making more than millions a year. Then, to keep blowing a hole from the deficit, Obama states that the Republicans have to raise taxes on middle-class families with kids, which will be enormously undesirable to a great number of Americans. He argued that the Republican budget will result in deep cuts to investment that will create jobs, like education and scientific research. Furthermore, Obama analyzes the consequences of the Republican budget and provided some estimations. He claims that if the Republican budget cuts everything evenly, in a few years about 170 kids will be cut from early education programs, and about 200,000 mothers and kids will be cut off from programs to help them get healthy food. Then he claims that if the budget makes smaller cuts in these areas, it will make big ones in others. With logical deduction and estimations, President Obama shows the validity of the Republican budget. In conclusion, the President successfully employs ethos, logos, and pathos to make his budget appeal to the audience and convince them that the Republican budget is not going to grow the economy. However, the President can establish more credibility by providing statistics and figures to support the benefits of his budget.